Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Headhunter Sucker coming to you with some Titanfall gameplay on Demeter, Capture the Flag, and today I want to talk about the tips and tricks to this game, as well as my review of the different game modes and how well they fit into this game itself. Now, before I do that, let me jump into a quick shout out to my boy I Am Money 253. I got to play with him. He actually was playing Capture the Flag, and I just joined up, and I said, hey, why not? Let me give it a shot and see how this game actually goes. And I'm trying to branch out with these different game modes, and not just stick to just one like Attrition or Pilot Hunter, you know, which is more like team deathmatch based. I want to get into the hard point or Capture the Flag and do some different things, because it helps you rank up quicker if you change your game modes. And you can earn more points in certain game modes than others, and more burn cards and stuff like that, and some tips and tricks to get that. But first, let me jump into the review of these game modes and how well I think that they fit into the game itself. And let me start off with this one, Capture the Flag. I tell you, Capture the Flag is probably it really fits well into this game, or at least the maps that I've played it on so far. It gives you a fair shot to get to the flag. It really fits in well with this first-person shooter. It's not bad. It really doesn't have a downside to it. You know, you're just basically playing Capture the Flag. I think really, my review just really of all the game modes itself, they're really good. They fit in really well, but it seems like when you play the objective-based ones like this, then Capture the Flag and Hardpoint, or I mean, Pilot Hunter can get you points, but it's not as many points as these two. So when you play Capture the Flag or Hardpoint, you're earning more points to rank up with, because you've got to do objectives, and if you score, you know, your flag, then you're getting more points towards your rank up, and you can earn burn cards and stuff that way. And then if you play Hardpoint, you capture one of the Hardpoint spots, then it helps you rank up quicker, because you got an objective to like defend the flag and to get the flag and to take control of it, you know, something like that. Whereas in team deathmatch or Attrition or Pilot Hunter, you're just killing until you get to a certain score. All of them are score-based objectives, but to the fact that when you're playing and you get to your certain score, then if you're just playing team deathmatch, you're really just earning points for killing. Like, you can earn more points for getting the flag and scoring them, and if you haven't done that before, you get more points. And then it's like there's certain challenges for those game modes as well. So when you branch out, it also helps you rank up. So I would advise, in my eyes, branching out onto different game modes instead of just playing, you know, one game mode and saying, okay, I can rank up with this game mode the whole way, unless you're just a one-sided player, which some people are, and you know, that's not a bad thing. Some people just like to play that kind of stuff. But if you're, you know, a competitive player or something like that, then you're looking to do more different things like that, which I do think Titanfall will get competitive eventually. I don't know if it'll get as big as Call of Duty, which it probably won't, because it's not multi-platform, but it probably will be competitive, just like a lot of first-person shooters and stuff like that. But let me go ahead and jump into the tips and the tricks now that I've given you my review of that. Some tips and tricks that I've figured out along the way while playing Titanfall just over this past week. One, I've already mentioned it before, but let me go ahead and start with it. In the bottom left-hand corner where your score is, where it says Militia and UMC and that stuff, you can see the Titans, how many Titans are on your team, which will be your blue one. So we have 5 right now, and we have 6 ready. And then, because if they're lit up blue, then that means they're on the ground. If they're not lit up blue, then there's 1 ready. He hasn't deployed it yet, so there's 5 out of 6 deployed. And then you would, on the bottom, they would come in red like enemies, so you would know when they would have 1 ready, when they'd be dropping it, things like that. And then another thing I've figured out with the game also that you can really take advantage of is when you're playing Capture the Flag, you can be in a Titan and have the flag. Now, I don't know if it's going to stay like that, if they're going to come up with an update, because it may be too easy to score the flag. People might get complaining about it, stuff like that. But you can run past the flag with your Titan if you can get into the area where the flag's at with your Titan, and then carry it to the other side, and all you got to do is jump out to score it, I guess. I've never really tried to score it with a Titan, but I usually just jump out and score it, and it will let you keep a hold of the flag. So that's another thing. Also, something else that's very effective that there is on a lot of maps is there is ziplines. Like on Lagoon, you can take a zipline across the map to get to the other spawn. You can use more than one. There is a couple more zip lines along the map. You just have to jump, and usually it'll say hold X or something here, and it'll slide you across the map. And you can shoot while you're on the zip line, so it's not like you're just sliding across the map, you know, vulnerable to anything coming across you. I actually killed a couple people on some zip lines in the game, so it is effective to use the zip line. It can get you from one side of the map to the other pretty quickly. And it makes the map seem a lot smaller than what it is, and it's more effective to get across that way. So a zip line is very effective when it comes to the game. And another thing is when you're playing, you want to look out for the neutral, like Spectra looking things. They're like working on stuff. A way I found out to get burn cards is if you kill those, you kill numbers of them, stuff like that. And you get burn cards that way and things like that. And also another thing I figured out, there's like so many tips and tricks to this game that I figured out. If you get rid of your burn cards, if you don't, like, you use them, or like you discard them. So say when you're looking at the main menu screen or whatever, and it says to hit the left trigger and right trigger at the same time to discard a burn card. If you discard usually about 3 to 4 of them in the next game, this is what's happened to me at least, I usually get a better burn card or something, usually a weapon burn card, like an amped LMG or an amped sniper or amped SMG. Any weapon that there is, I usually get an amped for it. And I've gotten about 5 or 6 amped LMG cards from it. I've gotten the burn card that allows you to see the map the whole entire time. So not keeping all your burn cards helps as well. So discarding them if you're not going to use them, or if you think you have too many duplicates of something, which is usually what I do is I delete the duplicates. So that when I have like 3 or 4 one burn card, I usually delete them. So that helps free up space, and then it usually helps me get a better burn card. And then really just a thoughtful tip to the whole game itself is using burn cards effectively, knowing when to use them versus not knowing when to use them. If you have like a Titan burn card for like a Org or a Strider, it's usually better to use those at the beginning. You just hit Y when you're jumping out of the thing, and then when you deploy, usually your Titan will come in, and then you have an advantage over everybody else, and it helps your team start off a lot quicker. You want to start off with a Titan really right away to get the advantage over everybody else, so then you can get to where your objective is or get ahead in kills, so that way you can gain momentum that way. And you just using them effectively, like if your team's down and you need to use a burn card, then use a burn card. Or if you're with the squad, all of you guys should use your burn card at the same time so that you have an advantage over the other team. And it gives you an advantage, especially when you're using like an amped gun, or the thing where you can see the whole map, and you can see everybody in the map constantly, or if it's a blip, or things where you can use the grunts and stuff as your team. And also when you there's all kinds of burn cards that I've seen, so it's so hard to name them all, but when you think about it, using them effectively is really key to a team, and it can help gain momentum. And another thing too is just not playing by yourself. Find a group of people you can play with on this game to make a squad. I mean, it's fun. It's fun no matter whether you win or lose, because it's so fast-paced, and you get rewarded either way, because if you get on that ship, you get your extra points. But that's a whole nother thing. If you're playing with a squad, you have a better chance of doing things more effectively and fluently. Like here we had a squad and we're gonna wipe this team out 6-0 and win. And it's just like, well, okay, we've done everything, and now here's your next challenge. Once you win, or if you lose, your goal is to get to that ship and get in it when it arrives, and not to make sure that everybody dies. And then when you win, your goal is to keep everybody from escaping and destroying that ship before it takes off. So you want to really keep everybody from getting a hold of getting out, because then it gets you more XP and it helps you rank up a heck of a lot quicker. And we figured that out. If you kill everybody off, all the pilots, then there's nobody to get in the ship with, and you still get about the same amount of XP that you did when you destroyed the actual ship before it leaves, which is a good thing. So as soon as the ship arrives, you want to shoot the crap out of it with everything that you got before you die, so you can destroy it. See here, we actually failed to do that. But that's really your tips and tricks to this video, or to this game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you drop a like on it. Hope you keep sharing with your friends. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. We really appreciate the support that we're getting. And we'll see you guys on the next one in the next 1 to 2 days. See you guys. Peace.